Presenting the Frost Mage. I say, yo, what is good, YouTube? You know who it is, man. It's your boy DFG Frosty. Welcome to my Frost build guide for Elden Ring. This setup is all about inflicting deadly frost damage upon your foes. So let's hop right into the build. So the incantations I will be using on this build is the Carrion Slicer, Gavel of Hiyama, Glimstone Ice Crag, Adula's Moonblade, Magic Glimblade, Terra Magica, and Zamir Ice Storm. Having these incantations equipped, it will turn you to a Frost Demon. Moving on to the weapons. So the weapons that I have for this build is actually only one weapon and one staff. But I'll get into the weapon. So the only weapon that you guys need for this build is the Dark Moon Great Sword. Oh my goodness. When I tell you this sword is crazy, I'm telling you it is crazy. This is not an ordinary sword. As some of you guys may know, when the Astral Ward is activated, you're able to shoot out like a slash with ice. And I'm telling you, when it hits your opponents, bro, the damage is going to be insane. So you guys can use any staff that you would like, but I highly recommend you guys to use any Glintstone staff. So the one I'll be using is the Carrion Regal Scepter. It's a pretty good staff to have. It also scales pretty well with this build. So I'll show you guys my stats that's going to help me scale with this weapon right here. Moving on to my stats. So as you guys already know, we got two different types of levels. So 125, you mainly want to focus on your strength and your intelligence. Obviously have more in your intelligence and strength because you only need a little bit of strength to hold the Dark Moon Great Sword. But when you can hold that, you don't even need to worry about strength no more. Just dump all your stats into intelligence. On my current build, I have 70 in my intelligence, but you guys can go all the way up to 80 if you want. But I chose to stay at 70, so I have a pretty good balance in my build. So you guys can like mix and match, but I have it on the screen, for example, a type of build that you can have with these type of stats for level 125. And for level 150, it's the same deal. You guys want to focus on your strength and put more into your intelligence. So as you can see on the screen, this is the type of build that you could be using at 150. But this time you want to focus heavily on your mind and your vigor due to the fact that you're going to be a higher level, so you can have more stats in staying alive. And you want to have a good amount of stats in your mind due to the fact that you're going to run out of mana pretty quickly with this build. So I highly recommend you guys to invest in those type of stats for this type of build. Moving on to my talismans. The first talisman that I have is the Graven School Talisman. This talisman will raise potency of sorceries. The next talisman I'll be using is the Great Jar Arsenal, which vastly raises the amount of equip hold that you can hold. The next talisman I'll be using is the Bull Goats Talisman, which will raise our poise. And the final talisman for this build is the Graven Mask Talisman, which will greatly raise the potency of sorceries as well. So we have that 2 times. So you already know this build's gonna be doing that damage. Yes, sir. So moving on to our clothing. So the first thing you guys need, and truly the only thing that you need, is the Snow Witch hat, because this will boost our frost incantations and our frost spells. So if you guys have a frost build, make sure you have the Snow Witch hat. Everything else, it really doesn't matter. I'm using everything else strictly for poise. So as you can see, I got the scaled armor for my chest and my arms. And for my legs, I got the Leon's Graves due to the fact that it has lots of poise and I was able to actually hold that equip load. But like I said, everything else doesn't matter. As long as you got the Snow Witch hat, you're good to go. Moving on to my Wondrous Physic mix. As you guys can see right here, I am using the Magic Shrouding Crack tier and the Cerulean Hidden tier. So you guys can use that or use honestly whatever you want. So that's pretty much all you guys really need to know for the build. But before we even do anything else, I'm going to give you guys a quick tip for using this type of build in PvP combat. You guys can use any of these incantations however you want. But the way I play, I focus more on my weapon, which is my Dark Moon Greatsword. I like to focus on that more. I like the combo between Adula's Moonblade and the Greatsword due to the fact that people don't see it coming. And if you can catch your opponent off guard, I'm telling you, your damage is going to be insane. But if you're versing an opponent that likes to stay kind of far range, I highly recommend you guys to spam your Ice Crags and also your Magic Glint Blade, because it will just shoot your opponent. And if your opponent is constantly trying to dodge, you're going to run out of endurance. And when they run out of endurance, that's your time to strike. So if anyone's trying to play you guys close and trying to get in your space, all you guys gotta use is Carrion Slicer to, do a little combo attack, and if they're still trying to come after you, all you have to use is the Gavel of Hamia. Hopefully I said that right. But it's the big hammer, the Grim Blade hammer, literally, the magic hammer. So you guys can use those two moves. Everything else is situational, like Zamriel's Ice Storm. If your opponent is being stupid and they're trying to come in your area, but they're not close enough to hit you, and you get that move off, oh my goodness. The Frost build on them is going to be super duper quick, and they can't even move. So if you guys somehow manage to combo that, you guys are good to go as well. But those are some tips for this build. You guys can obviously drop some tips down below that you guys found with this build. Just let me know what you guys think about this. Honestly, man, it's a pretty fun build to use, and as you guys already know, my name is Frosty, so best believe I got a Frost build. Yes sir. But now, with your devastating Frost Mage build, you are now ready to make your mark in Elden Ring. Embrace the power of Frost and watch your enemies fall before you. Remember, in the world of Elden Ring, only the strong survive. Best of luck. So that is all for me for today. I hope you guys really enjoyed this build. Let me know down below if you guys want to see more Elden Ring content on this channel, because I got you guys. But let me know what you guys think about this build, and let me know other builds that you guys would like me to do for patch 1.10. But I love and appreciate all of you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one. So without further ado, outro please.